Hey, what's up, dudes? I'll try to make this quick. We did get a shipment of Shapeways parts, not all the parts, but at least enough to do the front and rear diffs, and the rear gearbox, front gearbox and all that stuff. Don't have the knuckles or uprights or C hubs or whatever you want to call them yet, so I just put these back on there. Also don't have the wheel, the outer wheel, to accept the hexes. I drew up a set of universals that I'm gonna have them print in stainless. I don't know how well that's gonna work. We'll take a look at the gearbox first. Well, I guess this one's probably more interesting. Lo and behold, it actually does, the holes actually line up with this with this motor mount plate. So I don't know if you can see that. I probably can't do it, but it actually lined up. I was kind of afraid about getting those correct, but they work. The gearbox halves themselves came out great. You can see the little, sorry, got this so far away. You can see the little belt tensioner. This is just a ball bearing roller. The belt should go, over the diff, under there, and over the top pulley, like so. You can see I can adjust the kind of the tension on that roller there. But let's see what else we got. I can take that guy out. This is one piece with the two short belt pulleys. It's just one solid piece. Whoa. And then we got this hub here for the spur gear. Still have to drill and tap those out so I can slide that spur on, but it looks like it's all gonna fit. But yeah, real happy with how all this came out. There's a bearing back there. You probably see it. Yeah, okay. So that's the opposite side. This is a diff. Let me slide that off. And it's functional. I tried to make a video last night where I actually assembled one of these. And you can imagine, I mean, you're having to like file stuff and really monkey around with these parts. The aluminum, some of the faces that need to be very flat on this aluminum 3D print are not very flat. And so this, it almost feels like it's got a little bit of a high spot. But it is functional. I mean, it does, you can see it is a working differential, just not a super smooth one. And for a test run, it's going to suffice. I think the screw head and there, and that's the end with the nut. It tightens up well. Don't have a whole lot of adjustment really, but this guy, you can see it's a diff, man. I think maybe I'm gonna try printing these in steel or even stainless steel, see if they come out a little better. But overall, man, I'm just blown away that this is even functioning at all. All right, so the rear gearbox is really sorted out. The only problem I'm having now is that I've got to figure out how long this rear belt needs to be. This is actually a Schumacher Cat belt, and it's just way too long. I'm thinking I need to be around, let's see, it's a Bando. I think I can get 5mm. This is 4mm, but these little guys will actually accept not a 6, but it will take a 5, I believe. Well, maybe not. It's supposed to be 0.2, but anyhow, I think this might need to be somewhere around a 3-inch long belt. I can't remember how many teeth that ends up being, but I found a site on eBay, or a vendor on eBay that out of China that goes all the way down to something like a 74 tooth or something like that. Or maybe no. I think I need something like a 36 tooth. Sorry, this is just a standard approximately 2mm pitch. Anyhow, the belt I need exists. It just may take a while to get it. And again, with that tensioner, we shouldn't have a problem finding one that's gonna fit. All right, so we'll look at this guy. I don't know if it really is clear. I can never remember. I think this is camber, or it's just a little, these are set to the stock setting, so I just need to lengthen those a bit to get that wheel angle right. Fitment, let me take a sip here. Man, I was up super late last night, tapping holes and putting these diffs together and all that. This is a belt that I just borrowed from the PB Ace, actually, because it's probably one of the shorter, let's say shorter long belts I have, but it's functioning well. And that diff, I think this diff actually ended up being a little smoother than that one I showed you before. This is a little wiggly, as expected. These ball studs are definitely in the way. Now with the suspension as it sits, it would probably run fine, but you can see we're gonna have a problem there, right? So I will order another shock tower, modified shock tower, but this bulkhead gearbox combo, I'm just super happy with how that came out. That thing is very solid and appears to be pretty beefy, so no issues there with the front gearbox. Let's see what else. Yeah, some of the positions I chose for screws for the shock tower or upright or whatever you want to call it were a little unfortunate. That's just way too close to that hinge pin, so I will move that in the final design, or in the next design. I don't think we're close to calling things final. That diff fits in there great. Like it just came out way better than I could have expected. One thing that I feel kind of dumb about is I didn't include a place to mount a body pin here, but there again, there's really not going to be a place to have the body come across past this shock tower, so maybe it's for the best. One thing I will also admit to, and then I'll cut this video, you can see that that flat, now by design, that flat on the bottom of that diff carrier or front gearbox was supposed to be sitting on this plate. So what I measured and sort of estimated to be a 35-degree kick up here maybe should have been more like 38, 40. So then I got to thinking, like, do I need to modify that? And it's, this thing's pretty solid. It's not going anywhere, so it doesn't need to sit on there. And it actually works out. It gives me a little more clearance up underneath there for what will be steering, knuckles or bell cranks or whatever. So maybe I'll leave that, maybe not sure. But anyhow, man, we got some progress here. We'll wait for the next little shipment. I'll go ahead and order an attempt at some universal joints that are the right length and everything for this. We'll see how those knuckles turn out and wheels. I'll order another shock tower, but the gearbox, aside from the belts, and a belt tensioner, for the long belt. That should be easy. I'm not even worried about that. The rear gearbox is going to be just fine, I think. I got to order a rear bulkhead for the shock tower, which is essentially the same thing as the standard with a little cutout. But dudes, I know I'm not declaring success here, but this thing is coming to life, and we're gonna have us a 4x4 RC10 here. So I'm excited. Hope you guys are at least somewhat excited by this. But yeah, okay, I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.